Hey, how's it going, guys? I've been getting a couple of questions about how to use kettlebells in order to build stronger, more resilient shoulders. So we all know that between bench pressing, overhead pressing, push-ups, and everything else that a lot of us typically like to do lots of, that the shoulder is oftentimes the first joint that suffers an injury in the gym, or even outside the gym, just doing something normal in the course of your daily life. So how do you use kettlebells in order to fortify the rotator cuff and the shoulder joints? Well, obviously there's things like windmills, get-ups, all those are obviously great. And then, with the offset nature of the shape of the kettlebell, doing presses and other traditional exercises tend to feel better on the shoulder. But what I'm going to show you today is how I like to use the kettlebell bottoms up, that is upside down, in a variety of different exercises in order to give a little bit of a different, more novel stimulus to the shoulder. And I'm going to show you how I like to set it up, because a lot of times the balance can be tricky if you're not practiced at this move. So what you're going to do is start with a light to moderate kettlebell, and the most important thing is how you set your grip. Okay, so in kettlebells, we don't want to grip high in towards the fingers, because obviously that's going to cause some overextension of the wrist. So the whole idea is you want to get the handle as close to the heel of the hand as possible. And one of the ways that we can more or less automatically ensure that we're doing that is actually by putting some downward pressure on the bell when it's on the ground in a push-up position. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay? All I'm going to do is set up, I'll do it here so maybe you can see, is I'm just grabbing the handle tight and I'm leaning on it just a little bit in a vertical fashion, putting a little bit of weight down through the actual bell as if I was stabilizing myself for a push-up, which I'm obviously not going to do, but that's the intention. So you can see the handle is in close to the heel of the hand and I'm gripping it good and tight. Okay? This is how you set up your bottoms up press or bottoms up clean position as the bell's on the ground. So I'm just going to do this with my other hand and then I'm going to clean it on up. So I'm putting a little bit of downward pressure, I'm setting up for my clean, and then from here I am simply going to unload as I come into the hike pass position, and I'm just going to clean it on up like I normally would. Okay? So what you will notice is once you set your hand in that position and your grip, by the time it comes up, it's solid. And oftentimes you won't have to worry about this balance issue. As you can see, it's very stable from here. So this is my clean rack position. If I wanted to work a little bit more shoulder, rotator cuff, delt, I would just press it halfway. It's a good place to hold and work, or all the way up into a traditional press. Okay? Another good exercise to do, again, will just be bringing the elbow up just a little bit, just as high as what you can stabilize, and actually begin to do walks, carries, or just marching in place. Anything that's just going to create a little bit of, extra stability requirement through the torso, okay? And then of course to bring it down, you can use two hands or just swing it back like you normally would in a swing and relax. So that's a little bit of my thought process when it comes to setting up for the bottoms up clean and press position. Practice those ideas with a light kettlebell, full body engagement, and then what you'll find is after a couple weeks, you'll be able to apply the same tension techniques with a heavier kettlebell, and your training, especially for your upper body, will explode from there. Enjoy.